if you look at the Finish tab at the track time page, you'll see that this acts a little bit like an on and off switch. I pick a project, I begin tracking, then a certain area here is shown, certain things are hidden, and then I can stop the time and begin the time. So there's a toggle method that I've created that does that, and that's what we'll look into now. Let's go to track.html. There's an area down here that we'll add. That area is only going to be shown when we are tracking time. If we're not tracking time, that area is going to be hidden. There's a round panel, and we're giving it the ID of tracking counter area, and by using this ID we'll be able to select this whole thing and hide it or show it if we want to. That area is going to show, it has a header that says currently tracking, and then we have label control container as usual. We'll be showing here our current project. For now we're going to leave all of this empty, and later on we'll populate all these things. We show the time at which the tracking has started, and then we show an area here with the current time that's been tracked in hours and minutes. See that we're showing huge numbers, like you saw in the Finish tab. And when we click begin tracking, we actually want to call this toggle tracking method that I just mentioned. And now we're going to go to our main objects file and create this new method. And all this does for now is we'll have this property in ZTempo called isTracking, which is going to be either true or false, or well, undefined at the beginning. If it's undefined, it's going to be as if it's false. So when you click that button, what happens is that it will switch it to the other way around. If it's false or undefined, it becomes true. If it's true, it becomes false, and we stop tracking time. And then we're just going to reload the screen so that it'll show the updated the updated panels. And when we initiate the tracking page, we are now gonna check for this variable if it's tracking or not. If it's not tracking, we'll execute this code. If it is tracking, we'll execute this other code. So if it's not tracking time, we want the lower panel to be hidden, and we want the project dropdown to be shown. So we'll show our project dropdown. That's actually not even needed because it's originally being shown as per its definition, but we'll leave it just to show what I want to show. We'll make sure that the caption is begin tracking. Actually, this is necessary because when you already loaded the page, if it was hidden, then you need to show it to really make sure that it's going to be shown. And we're going to hide the lower panel that I just created. And yeah, so this I'm selecting here the auto button, this button here, ID, and I'm giving it a different text, and you do that by using this API method set caption. And we're gonna do basically the inverse for when you are tracking. You want to hide the project listing. You want to say you want your button to say stop tracking, and we'll be showing the lower area. So this should do it. Let's take a look. We start tracking time, and the project selection is hidden now. The text of the button has changed, and we're showing the lower area, and we can switch on and off. And if we go to a different screen and then we come back, it'll retain the previous state because we're storing that in our ZTempo global object. Chapter summary. We have a lower panel that's going to be shown and hidden according to a method called toggle tracking. And that method, all it does, it updates the zTempo.isTracking property to its inverse and reloads the page. And when the page is loaded or reloaded, it'll check for that variable, and it'll show what it should be showing accordingly.